How old's your daughter?
She just turned 2.
Aww.
So I got her, I'm setting up her birthday gift. This is like my office / put together all her toys in it. So I'm like putting together this little toy kitchen for her.
I see the mixer.
Yeah, right.
That's great.
Found in our area that kind of came and worked out with us in my parents' garage at the time. And then the garage got a little small, and I was like, oh, maybe I'll open a gym. So I found a spot and opened a gym. And, little did I know that was actually my dad's, one of the things my dad has always wanted to do since he was in, college, was own a gym. And it's funny that now we do. So they helped me a lot with the gym, but yeah, it's been a great experience. It's been fun. The community that we built there is really, really special. So I love going in there every day.
And since 2013, I mean, that was 8 years ago, CrossFit's kind of like really grown exponentially since then. Like how have you been able to kind of evolve CrossFit Krypton to what it is today as CrossFit has kind of evolved? I mean, I'm sure your class sizes are probably bigger and everything like that.
Yeah. I memean, it's funny. It's like when we opened, we just leased a space, bought the equipment from Rogue. I helped with somebody built the website, set the schedule. And I was like, all right, I'll be here these hours during the day and put it out on social media or whatever. And, we had a person or two in every class during the day from like 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. And I coached all those classes. And then it just slowly grew, word of mouth. And I kept competing at the games. So that helped me get like the word out that I had a gym, and the area is very big. There's a lot of people around here, a lot of athletes around here, but a lot of just people in general. It's very crowded. So it just grew naturally. We never did any advertising or anything like that. And it's just spread by word of mouth. And, I think if you make your gym a place where it's like people's hour to come and escape and get their workout in, and it's a place that's like not like a safe space or anything, but like a place where they can come and, they're not judged, and they're not, they have fun, and they get better, and they're around people that have the same goals as them, and their coaches care about them. And if you just make the place a great place to be, people want to be there. And that's what we've done. And it's just a really special place, and it's grown ever since then. And then we moved out of the building that we were in, and we bought the plot of land right next to us, and built a building. And now we have a new gym there, and we got, 7,000 plus square feet. And
wow.
Yeah, we got classes.
Yeah.
We got like 15 or 16 classes every day. And it's fun. It's good.
With CrossFit and in our podcast, we also talk about like Spartan racing, like obstacle course racing and running in general. But CrossFit and OCR are a little bit similar in the way that, for the first several years and even now, a lot of people come from other sports to CrossFit or to OCR. But because they're growing so much, you have these younger athletes now who are literally like starting out in the sport. So like, you have people who have always run OCR. It wasn't like they were cross-country people and now they run obstacle course racing or, powerlifting or baseball or gymnastics, and now they do CrossFit. Like they just have done CrossFit since they were a teenager. I mean, how cool is that to kind of see the sport grow like that? Something that you've been doing for, 12 years.
Yeah, I figured people would start doing that, like where you get kids that have never actually done other sports, where they just pick CrossFit and that's their sport.
Mm-hmm.
I think teenagers and kids growing up, they should play every sport they can play. CrossFit's there, and it can definitely be fun for them, and it can be a sport that they can play. But I don't think they should do it all the time, year round. I think it'll just beat you up. Like it's always going to be there. Like go play your sports when you can play your sports, high school, college, and then it'll be there when you're done. And and that's something you can pick up and you can always kind of keep on the back burner. But I mean, if you really want to get into it and go for it and compete, I think it just takes a while to get up to the level of, what's the average age for the guys for CrossFit? It's like 25 or 26 now,
right?
Maybe even 27, like a little bit higher now. And that's because they spend so much time and effort, like working on these little things, getting to where they are. I just think all those other sports help translate over to CrossFit. Like that's something that people miss now is, CrossFit used to say, learn and play new sports all the time. Right. And how many of you guys do that,
Right.
Nobody. Everybody's in the gym doing their programs, and that's it. They don't get outside of it, and they don't do too much outside of that, which is something that I think we miss as as CrossFitters.
You know, we were speaking a little bit about the games and everything. What were your thoughts on this year's format, the new format?
This past year?
Yeah, well, yeah, 2021. I know things were a little weird in 2020 also because of COVID, a lot of online stuff and everything.
Yeah, this year, I would have the one thing that I would have really liked to have seen would be all of the workouts programmed by CrossFit for, what is it? I call it the regionals. What is it? The quarterfinals or semifinals?
Semifinals, I think it was.
Semifinals.
Yeah.
I would have loved to see the workouts that CrossFit programmed just the same across the board for all 4 of those weekends. Because we as athletes got an email and they said, here are your 4 options. And one of the options was online, or 2 of the options were online. And then the other 2 were in person, I believe. And I didn't know that CrossFit was going to be programming the online ones. Right.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't know, you don't know who's programming each one of the events, and you don't know what the programming is going to look like. But I just think it's a little bit more fair across the board if CrossFit programs it all. And honestly, I think CrossFit's always done the best job of programming a very well-rounded test. Like normally when you get, into the community and people, you just let anybody program, sometimes they're biased one way or the other without even knowing it. So I just think CrossFit does a very good job of that. And I was hoping that they would do that, across the board maybe next year. I think that'd be good.
Yeah.
Outside of that, I like the format's great. I think it's I think it works well and much better than the year before. I wasn't a big fan of the sanctional thing, like where they try to do a whole ton of competitions, and it was really hard to follow. Like, I don't know if you guys had that problem, but like as a spectator, it's hard to follow, right? You can't watch them.